Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Financial Survival, sponsored by Discount Gold and Silver Trading. I'm Melody Cedarstrom, and thank you for joining us. It's Friday. It's the 26th of February, and it's 2010, and it's great to be here this afternoon. It's Friday, and for you Easterners, at least the Northeasterners, you got to be brave and strong and tough to weather out these three major storms that we've received here in February, and I guess the coast is a little bit more heavily doused in snow and wind than we have here in central Pennsylvania, but it's been snowing for about 24 hours now, and the wind has been fairly significant, and spring is almost here, so hang on. 800-375-4188 for all your gold and silver coin needs, and gold has sprung today, and we'll be going over those prices here in just a few moments. But yeah, I got to give out my website, discountgoldandsilvertrading.net. That is discountgoldandsilvertrading.net. You can listen to the radio programs. They are archived there on a daily basis. And there's other things that you can read and learn how to buy gold and silver, and also learn what our telephone number is, 800-375-4188. And there is a link there at the website if you'd like to send me an email from the website, or you can use Discount Gold and Silver at yahoo.com. That is Discount Gold and Silver at yahoo.com. And let's just see what gold sprung up to today. It was up mainly $9 most of the day. Right now we're looking at $11.18 for gold, up $10.40. We have silver up 37 at $16.49. We have platinum up 8 at $15.45. And palladium is up 9 at $435. A great day in gold. As I mentioned, yesterday was a great day in gold, and today's even a better day. And 800-375-4188. And I can't tell you how many times I've heard today, well, do you think it's going down? I know there's a lot of you out there that are thinking that you're going to catch the downside. And folks, it doesn't matter, Murphy's Law, whatever you want to call it. If you wait to buy, you know that price is going to go up. And many of you think that if you buy, the price will go down tomorrow. You can't market time when you're buying gold. And the key thing is you have to look to the future. You have to look to the preservation of your wealth. And there is no time like the present to do that. Give us a call at 800-375-4188. And with it being Friday, we have Robert Chapman from the International Forecaster. Good afternoon, Bob.
Well, good afternoon. Long week and busy week. We finished the week in gold and silver with a flourish.
Mm-hmm.
I know that the shares are up, but not big time, but they were up. And it looks like March is going to be a good month for us, as I expected it would be. And I hope we get a breakout and a run to 15 or 1600 here. And that possibility exists. And we'll see. There's a lot of untoward things going on in the world that could prompt that to happen. Silver was a star today as well. And I think, on Monday and Wednesday we covered most of the excitement in the financial world and where I thought it was going. And nothing has happened to change my mind on what path I think is going to be taken or when it will happen. Timing is always so difficult. But a lot of people think it's going to happen quickly, and they always do. I think from October onward, and at this stage, I think that what's preeminent in the Illuminist minds are to bring austerity programs, particularly to the nations that are bankrupt, and there's about 18 of them, major ones, mind you. And I think they want to be able to exert financial control over these countries. And they'll have a big meeting, as I described before, and revalue and devalue and default, and there'll be lots of domestic devaluations of currencies. It's going to be an exciting and very difficult time from here on out, economically and financially. I watch CNBC and all the experts, and they say everything's just going to be fine, and we're in a recovery. And maybe the major corporations are in a recovery, but most of the economy is not, and certainly not the average person. Unemployment still climbs, although at not as great a rate as before. And, problems continue to mount. I mean, the debt is unbelievable. I just saw the questioning of Secretary of State Hillary Clinton in regard to the spending of monies for overseas operations for the State Department. And it was specifically about this new, we'll call it office and residence of the American Embassy in London. And they're selling a bunch of properties off it. I think it's 11 that they already have to help fund it. So they're not asking for more money. But Ron Paul's question was, well, that's all well and good, but is there anything you can cut and cut back? Nobody seems to want to cut anything back. And particularly in the wars and occupations. And she said, look, we're doing okay, and we're getting a lot more work than we had before. And I think she's right. I don't think we need to cut at the State Department, but if most of the building in the new embassy is going to be funded by sales, well, that's not all that bad. It's just when in Iraq and Pakistan and places like that where they spend $5 billion on an embassy that we may not be in 6 months or a year from now. I mean, who knows what's going to go on? Who knows whether it'll be blown up during some sort of a war? And so these are the sort of things that are going on. The real answer to the debt accumulation, which is, exponential, is cutting. And there's no politician who wants to cut anything. They just don't care. And they're getting paid not to cut by the people who don't want them to cut. And so the status quo reigns, and that is not going to solve our problem. Revenues aren't going to go up. I mean, the corporations don't pay that much tax. It's the individuals who do. And that situation of individuals in America is not good. They're receiving less net wages because of inflation and because they haven't really gone up much. And so, they're talking about, it used to be 72% of the GDP was consumer spending. Now they're talking about 68. The long-term mean is 63.5. When will that happen? Probably late next year. And so, to get back to the point, there's no politician, there's no department that wants to cut anything. They have their own little kingdoms, I guess you might call it. And so, the only alternative to not cutting is to is to increase taxes. And they don't want to do that either. You know, they're not going to, most of them aren't going to get reelected anyway. So better they should stay with the people who paid them off. So that's the position that we're in.
Well, you know, Bob, with these various programs that they're create, you're not going to call them taxes, but you're not even going to be able to tie your shoes without being charged for it. And there was a question that came in that I saw from Andrew, and he wants to please comment and extrapolate about the news report about Lodi Cal, in which people will